And we're back for another week with the latest from the courtroom and this disgusting D-bag. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Testimony resumed today where we left off with his former assistant and victim, Mia. In the federal trial against the rapper, where he is facing trafficking, racketeering, and charges, also expected to take the stand possibly today, but definitely this week, are Enrique Santos, a DJ and radio personality, Eddie Garcia, who worked at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, the place where we saw that hallway footage. Garcia is expected to testify under immunity. Translation, that former security person is shady AF. A hotel custodian will also be taking the witness stand, as is Frank Piazza, a forensic video expert. But up first is Mia, not her real name. She's testifying under a pseudonym, and the defense is not done with her. Attempting to paint her as a not credible witness, they are going over text messages that Mia sent to her former boss, whom she claimed on multiple occasions sexually assaulted her. After she was fired, Mia texted Diddy back in 2018, telling him, "Merry Christmas, love you so much." A few weeks later, on January 15th, Mia texted Diddy that she was thinking about him because she had a nightmare that she was trapped in an elevator with R. Kelly. But Diddy saved her, according to a message shown to the jury. Shortly after that, in March of 2019, Mia texted Diddy that she was sending him all the love in the world. This all happened shortly after the death of his baby mama, Kim Porter, just for context. His defense lawyer, Brian Steele, asked Mia if she was still under Diddy's grip at that time, since she wasn't working for him anymore. She said that she still was, psychologically. Quote, also, these were based around tragic events that happened in his life. Mia even texted Diddy at the end of 2019, writing that she was sending love to him and his family. She testified that she sent the message on Kim Porter's birthday. Diddy's defense tried to enter footage from vacations that she took with him as evidence. Footage showing Mia having fun on vacation and drinking. Steele said that the footage from Honduras would go to his argument that Mia was let go from Combs Enterprises because of alcohol abuse. However, the judge denied these efforts and sided with the prosecution, which claimed that footage of Mia doing shots would be more prejudicial than probative. This is thankfully a lighthearted and ridiculous moment. Mia testified today that Diddy would often make her follow him around and write down the funny things he said in her notes app. Diddy's mother and sons were in court today, having to listen to all of this. In court, Mia said that Diddy had essayed her multiple times, but she never reported that to any supervisor or HR. Explaining why, she said today, quote, I was in an environment where the highs were really high and the lows were really low, which created a huge confusion in me trusting my instincts. She added, I was punished whenever Puff would be violent and I'd react, confusing me and making me believe I'd done something wrong. And then after that, quote, I'd try so hard to get back to that good space and work harder and be nicer, and nobody around batted an eye. He was still praised by everyone around him and the public. Yeah, because all of the other employees were enablers. He was running a criminal operation. Mia also testified that she never recorded any of Diddy's outbursts because it would be a huge break of trust, loyalty, and confidentiality. I would not have been allowed to film that. I was filming whatever he wanted me to film. Mia said that there were times that Diddy treated her like a best friend and protected her from the other versions of him, but she also said she didn't understand what was happening with herself until recently. That seems very sensible to me. Trauma works that way. Ay, ay, ay. Another text from Mia to Diddy. This one in 2020. 3+ years after he fired Mia, she texted Diddy, quote, life is effing insane. And supposedly it all happens for a reason in order to elevate us in our human experience. But it's rough. Her message concluded saying, I love you with all of my heart, and I'm here for you forever. During their time together, Mia said today, I was constantly seeking his approval. He was my authority figure, my only authority figure. When pressed, when it occurred to her to share the truth about him allegedly sexually assaulting her, she said, quote, when I started witnessing him being held accountable for his actions, it began when it all came out in the media and he was being held responsible. More texts from Mia in 2020. In August of that year, following the death of Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther star, Mia texted Diddy, quote, thinking of you with Chadwick Boseman. Mia said on the stand that Diddy was auditioning for the role of James Brown in the Get On Up biopic. Chadwick Boseman ended up playing Brown. She told him that she had his audition tape and would send it to him. In other texts, Mia went on to describe their magical, hilarious, and hysterical memories together. One was of a night in Paris when Mick Jagger flirted with her. Another was of a night when Jennifer Lopez wouldn't stay out with them. Yet another was of a high-stakes poker game between Combs and Leonardo DiCaprio. The defense is clearly trying to paint a picture that Mia and Diddy were in a consensual relationship and that working for him was great. She got to hobnob with all of these A-listers. Mike Myers also came up in court today. They discussed Mia previously working for him in 2008 and 2009. None of these celebrities want to be mentioned in all of this. Diddy's defense lawyer went hard against Mia today. I think Brian Steele, this was the most savage that any of his team members have been towards a witness. Things got so heated that at one point today, when the jury was out of the room, one of the prosecutors complained to the judge that Mia was forced to endure humiliating cross-examination. Quote, we are crossing the threshold into prejudice and into harassing the witness. Our concern is if this victim is not protected from further harassment, it will deter other victims in other cases from testifying and telling the truth. The judge ruled that he did not view the questions as inappropriate. And more from Mia. I will share that in a video coming up soon. But now, let's discuss everything in the comments.